me out on a nice little rainy evening here in South Florida. Appreciate that. My name is Giorgio, and I am an acupuncture physician and doctor of Oriental medicine here in Florida. Previously, I've been licensed in both Massachusetts and Connecticut. But now I'm down here practicing. So I'm going to talk today a little bit about acupuncture, what it does, how it can help you, and different things that we practice. And I'm also going to talk to you about a clinic that's new out in East Boca that's providing community-style acupuncture. So feel free to ask questions as we go along. And then at the end, if anybody's interested in experiencing needling, I can do some mini treatments on folks so you can see how it feels and just how thin the needles are. You know, it's not really going to be a great treatment time for you, but it'll be a wonderful experience of just seeing that it doesn't really hurt and, you know, what it's like. So that's an opportunity if you're interested. And again, jump in with questions. So acupuncture, what is acupuncture and how does it work? Well, basically, it treats the whole body, so it's a really holistic balancing approach, and it really balances all the channels within the system. So what's really beneficial about that is it can treat a lot of different conditions, so we're going to talk a lot about that. It's been around for thousands of years, very commonly practiced, as you know, in like China, in Japan, and now you're seeing more and more people in the United States having it. If you notice, the Olympic athletes were getting acupuncture, so it's seen, you know, across a broad spectrum of people. It's also becoming more and more common to see in hospitals as well. You know, maybe with chemotherapy patients, as well as fertility clinics are getting acupuncturists in there to help out. So it's really enlightening and wonderful to see that people are becoming more and more open to it and understanding it more. Acupuncture, the body is, if you study acupuncture, there's hundreds of points in the body. And we need to learn all those points and what they do and how they interact with each other. And then when we meet individuals, we'll look at your tongue, we'll feel your pulse, and then we'll determine which points we're going to use to help whatever your specific condition is. And what's really interesting is I could have 10 people walk in and say, I have a migraine headache, and I can do completely different treatments on each and every one, because it's not about, per se, the migraine, although we are treating that and helping to alleviate that. It's about treating you as an individual. And so I'm going to balance you a little differently than maybe you. And it's fascinating. And you could also see 10 different acupunctures and still get 10 different treatments. It's a beautiful art and science. So we use needles. We use disposable needles at this point in time. We're no longer sterilizing them. We also use a couple of other different techniques. We use little press balls. We use magnets. There's something called cupping that we will like put on your back, for example, and suction and create a little vacuum. It's wonderful for muscle pain. It's also great for clearing the chest of congestion. The other thing I practice here in Florida is homeopathy, which is also another system that can balance the body as a whole. In addition, Oriental medicine includes the scope of herbal medicine. Herbal medicine can be quite powerful, and it uses whole plants, so it doesn't have some of the same risks and side effects that medication can. And we always look at are there interactions as well, because I know there's a lot of concern with people will the herb interact with my medication? So there's a lot of databases out there. We study that. It's very important for us too not to interact and to work with your doctors as appropriate. But Oriental medicine can be a wonderful complement to acupuncture. What's really interesting is about 40% of the population is now seeking alternative or integrative health care. So there's millions of folks going out there having acupuncture, using herbal medicine, and going to see chiropractors. But we're learning that Western medicine is wonderful. When you need surgery, you need surgery. When you need medication, it's great. But to combine that and complement that with preventative care and less invasive procedures. I've had folks come in with knee pain, they're considering knee surgery, and the acupuncture can take the knee pain away, and then they've been able to put off surgery or cancel it altogether. So it's really nice to see. There's more and more research going on for a lot of different things. And it's hard to do research for acupuncture because once I touch your body, I'm impacting your meridians. But there is a lot more research going on with fertility. There's more research going on with the treatment of depression. The military itself is doing research on PTSD and having acupuncturists in the military treating those serving our country because they do post-traumatic stress disorder. So for the folks out in the military, they do a lot of ear treatment with needles that are actually, they're little tiny needles that are left in the ear, and it really helps to treat, especially, physical or emotional trauma. And it just, gives me chills to think that we're, getting to that point where we're really able to help folks, in some really uncomfortable positions. So how does it work? That's a really darn good question. It helps the circulation, because now we're impacting all the channels. We're moving what we call chi, so that's impacting that. We're helping with the hormone levels, balancing out hormone levels. You can boost white blood cell counts with different techniques, something called moxa and needling. It's really hard to say how it exactly works, but it is impacting the body, and it's been around for so many years, and it's been showing all kinds of great effects. So, next question. I know, you're going to say, well, what the heck can it treat, Linda? Well, I've been using it for a lot of different things, from allergies, so nasal congestion or chronic allergies, that will cough that you tickle in the back of your throat. It's also great for anxiety, stress disorders, depression. Asthma can be really good with asthma patients. And side effects of medication. So if it's side effects of chemotherapy medication or any other kind of AIDS, HIV, drug regimens, things that are just making people sick, because it can help to tonify and nourish the liver. Good for headaches. Everybody knows, people know like acupuncture for pain. So if you think of headaches, you think of back pain, you think of migraines. Yes, it's definitely good for that. So if you have, somebody who's pregnant and they have back pain and nausea, acupuncture is great, because they're limited on medications they can take anyway, and it's non-invasive, and it really helps to alleviate that. It's great for sports and sports medicine. I'm a marathoner and Ironman triathlete, and acupuncture has definitely helped me get to where I am. And I made it to Kona, which was really exciting. But so it's really terrific with the athletes. And again, you're seeing more and more professional athletes having acupuncture. There's acupuncturists on staff. And the Olympics, you noticed that there was cupping marks, the little bruises on the back of the Olympic swimmers, which was kind of fun to see. It also helps, so with women and the gynecological conditions, from everything from PMS to fertility to menopause, hot flashes, night sweats, all that kind of, the mood swings, the irritability that come along with some of the changes in our monthly cycle. Women's bodies go through a lot, and acupuncture, again, in the process of balancing, it balances the body, and it can help just really tone down that stuff. Some of the other things is good with hypertension. Stress, plays right into that. Other things like Bell's palsy has been shown to be really, really helpful with. Neuropathies, palpitations, I could go on. And the reason, again, it goes back to that principle where it's not treating a specific condition, it's treating you as a person and bringing you back into balance. So in Chinese medicine, we talk about yin and yang and qi, and we want to make sure all that stuff is at an equilibrium.